Donald Trump has gone mute as Iran struck another tanker in the Strait of Hormuz moments ago. Late on Friday into the early hours of Saturday, we are seeing another vessel is on fire on the Oman side of the Strait of Hormuz. This vessel likely hit by Iran as it tried to cross under U.S. escort, and we're seeing some satellite footage now confirming a strike has just taken place of a tanker. This, as Donald Trump has been repeatedly posting today on his social media platform, Donald Trump won the Iran war, and he has reposted this over and over again, an article by someone named James J. Carafano saying Donald Trump won the Iran war, and then Pete Hegseth has been reposting it as well. So here's what we're learning about this direct strike of a tanker on the Oman side of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran just struck another vessel in the U.S.-backed southern corridor of the Strait of Hormuz, with the vessel now on fire, likely an oil tanker attempting to cross under U.S. escort, given an ADNOC, an ADNOC oil spill response vessel. That's the Abu Dhabi oil company. Oil spill response vessel now operating in the area, per NASA firm's satellite imagery, where you can literally see kind of the heat, the flames emanating from this tanker. Around 25 to 40 U.S. fighter jets and several E-3G and E-2D AWAC aircrafts were actively escorting this vessel during transit, yet it was still not enough for successful passage. What we also learned this evening was the following. So ADNOC, that's the Abu Dhabi oil company. It's the Abu Dhabi state-run oil company. They just posted a few hours back that 15 of its vessels have been attacked by Iranian missiles or drones since the start of the war, including, get this, 3 this week. And that had not been published on the UK MTO. Remember how they used to publish a lot of real-time data? All of these Iranian strikes, which have been ruthless. Iran has been striking tanker after tanker. We've been reporting it. We can see a lot of it on this NASA firm satellite imagery. We can take a look at some of the Chinese satellite imagery and some of the other open source satellite imagery. It's why I've been reporting like a broken record, it almost seems like. Every day, this tanker, that tanker, this tanker. And it's been totally covered up. The U.S. is out of interceptors. The U.S. is out of ATACMS on the HIMARS. The U.S. doesn't have Navy destroyer anti-ballistics, and Iran is just going ballistic, figuratively and literally. They're going ballistic, and they are being able to shoot with impunity any of these tankers, and the U.S. can do nothing right now. I mean, this is what CENTCOM in the United States has become. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, you take a look right here. Reuters finally reporting. ADNOC says attack on vessel staff significantly impacting operations, but they didn't go into what was said on the ADNOC website. This is the ADNOC website. Again, ADNOC is the Abu Dhabi state-owned oil company, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. This is what it says over here. Since the beginning of the conflict, 15 of our vessels have been attacked by missiles and drones while transiting the Strait of Hormuz, including 3 vessels this week alone. Tragically, these attacks have resulted in 1 fatality and 20 injuries to crew members. Well, all of this is just being covered up by corporate news here in the United States. I mean, other than a passing reference on Reuters, any news networks want to cover like, I don't know. Yeah, actually, never mind. We don't need them. We have the MeidasTouch network that does this right now. We're getting new news as we're recording this as well. There appear to be major clashes going on in Hayes in Yemen, in Western Yemen, where some of these Saudi-backed government forces, they control a smaller area in Yemen, in northern Yemen. They're striking the Houthis stronghold in Sana'a, and most of Western Yemen is the Houthis control. Remember yesterday, Saudi Arabia, in the past 24 hours, Saudi Arabia entered into the defense alliance with Turkey, enlarging the Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, now Turkey kind of triad, if you will, a defense pact, because the U.S. security umbrella is over. And we learned that Saudi Arabia went through most 2,800 PAC-3 interceptors. 86% of Saudi Arabia's Patriot interceptors are gone. I mean, talk about incompetence right there as well. Oh, do we have footage, everybody, from some of these clashes in Haziem? We're getting some footage, and it's a little dark, but let's take a look at some of these scenes of clashes in Haziem right now, where there's all-out war taking place. I don't know, maybe someone else want to. No, it's fine. We'll be the only ones who cover it. It's fine. Let's play it. And then remember, Donald Trump, he held that weird press conference that he stormed out of earlier. It was a press conference on American mining. He had all the mining CEOs. Remember that? And so when Trump left this press conference, he said, I've got to go. I got to go prosecute the war. That's my excuse for getting out of here. Remember he said that? Here, play this clip.
I didn't know I was going to have so many people. I'll be here all day. If you could go quickly, I would appreciate it, because we have a war to prosecute, okay? That's my excuse for getting out of here a little bit early. But I've done my thing only in the sense that we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars and even billions of dollars.
And then earlier in the day, he gave that bizarre interview with Punch Bowl News, where this is what Trump said about Iran. Let's play it.
Guys like that get in, they'll destroy this country.
You said yesterday, you just talked about Nevada. You said yesterday gas prices, correct me if I'm wrong, they might go up again a little bit. You said.
No, that's only if I have to do another hit.
Okay, so I mean.
They'll only go down, or if we make a deal, they want to make a deal. They want to make a deal. Look, it's obvious. They don't want to be hit. Okay, they want to make a deal. So we'll see.
How utterly pathetic. Meanwhile, we know that what Trump is focusing on is taking our taxpayer dollars to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars to build a Trump class of battleships. He wants to build a new class of battleships because he liked the way battleships looked like between the period of World War I and World War II. So he wants a nuclear-powered battleship versus, I don't know, unmanned submersives, drones, drone interceptors. I mean, man, maybe how about this? I've got a radical idea. Call me a radical over here. How about we reduce our military spending by close to $1 trillion? We'll still lead the world in military spending, and with the $1 trillion we save, we could tax the rich a little more too, and then we could have universal health care, single payer, we could have affordable housing, we could have affordability. What a crazy novel concept you got there, Ben. What a crazy novel concept. But Donald Trump yesterday bragging about, or in this past 48 hours, how he may just want to, just screw with us all. He may want to make the gas prices go up, up, up. He said, maybe I go to war again. Maybe I don't. It's like, what was that stupid game where you would guess which briefcase? You'd guess the thing into being the briefcase. Are we going to go in number one, or are we going to go with Howie Mandel? What was the show? Number one or number two? Don't play with us, man. What are you talking about? Maybe I'll make your gas prices go up. What a sicko he is. This is what he said the other day. Play this clip.
When oil goes down, and it's going to go down very rapidly, and it's happening very soon, already happening. If you look, today it's $75 down to 75. It's dropping. And we may have to send it up again. We may have to, what happened.
And now, obviously, with Iran firmly controlling the Strait of Hormuz, with the only question being when will Iran and Oman formally consummate the deal that they have, because the U.S. is out. The U.S. has nothing to do with the Iran-Oman deal. It is just Iran and Oman. Although the U.S. is saying, if you make a deal with Oman, maybe we'll lift the sanctions. And Iran's like, we don't care. You're not in this. Lift the sanctions. Don't lift the sanctions. We control the Strait of Hormuz. But now the new thing from the Trump regime, right? Did you hear it earlier this morning? Treasury Secretary Besson, he's like, the Strait of Hormuz, it's just a waterway. It's just a body of water. We're not even going to need this body of water in a few years because we've got some great plans. And our plans are going to mean no Strait of Hormuz is needed. You see where these con artists go, right? The war is going to end in a few days. The war is going to end in a few weeks. Hey, we're doing better than Vietnam. That's where they go. Oh, you know what? We don't even need the Strait of Hormuz. It's just some H2O. It's just some freaking molecules. We don't need these little these hydrogen and oxygen freaking molecules bonding. It's just, we don't even need Earth. We don't even need Earth anymore. We don't even need we're Neptune. We're freaking Neptune. That's where we are. I mean, who are these freaking frauds? Who are they? You know, and just the way Besson says it, dude, shut up, Besson, just shut up. Go back to your pink Malibu, Charleston, South Carolina mansion replica that you had and get the hell out of here. Here, play this clip.
There's some who've speculated the Strait will never go back to being the way it was before. What would you say?
I think they're saying that in a doomsday sort of way. I would say it in another way. The Strait is never going back to the way it was because the Iranians have used or tried to use it as a choke point. What we are going to see over the next 2 years, the Strait's going to become irrelevant. It is going to become just another body of water. And I would say that more than 50 or 70% of the energy that moves through the Strait now is going to go through underground pipelines.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Did you get WTF America? Have you pre-ordered the book I wrote with my brothers? My publisher's on my back. He's like, Ben, you got to tell people, do the pre-orders. Pre-order's the most important thing. If you can pre-order WTF America, Google WTF America. Make sure you get the one by me and my brothers. There's always like AI bots like trying to cover it. We'll put a link in the description below. Put in the comments if you pre-ordered it. It comes out in October. But if you pre-order it, don't wait until October if you're able to buy it now. It's really helpful. It's dedicated to you and the Midas Mighty's reference throughout it. And so it's our book. So if you can pre-order it now and get some copies for people you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Hey, if you want the full story, how democracy got here and how we take it back, pre-order our new book, WTF America, today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.